Daniel, great to see you. Welcome to the national team. What's it been like so far?
Yeah, it's been amazing. It's easy when you're with such a great set of people. So, it's been easy. Yeah.
This has been a big story in Canadian football to have you commit to Canada. Can you
hmm
talk us through what it was like when Jesse Marsh first reached out to you?
Yeah, it was very nice of him. He took his time out of his personal life to come and see me in England and over Zoom and stuff and all these things, just gave me an introduction of what Canada is and what it's gonna look like in a couple of years, and he showed me now. It was never him saying, "Oh, come, please come," or something like this. He was just saying the window's open for you and it's up to you. And he gave me options. He showed me what it's to look forward to. Yeah.
To some, they're seeing you in the shirt for the first time. In their vision, in their mind, you're Canadian for the first time. But you've always been
Yeah.
a Canadian.
Yeah.
How much have you watched this team and how closely were you following them even before you
Yeah.
even signed up for the team?
Always, I could never watch the games live because of time zones and stuff like that. I need to sleep for training and games, but I would always go back and watch the highlights, and I was always impressed, to be honest. I was never like, I was always impressed. It was just about the timing. When was the right timing? And I think now it was, and there was things that made it the right timing.
I want to ask you about your mental toughness and
Yeah.
perseverance and where does it come from? Because knowing a little bit about you, you grew up in Oakville.
Yeah.
You used to watch Premier League games probably on TSN. And
Yeah.
you used to look as a Canadian teenager and go, I'm
Yeah.
going to play in that league one day.
Yeah.
And you did. And
Yeah.
you know how many Canadian teenagers would say that but don't fulfill that?
Yeah.
Yet you did. How did you do it?
For me, honestly, like I was saying those things, like just because I loved football and like I was serious at the same time. I just didn't know how I was gonna do it. It's almost like you're manifesting it. But I just always said to myself, could ask anyone in my family, even when I was like 13, 14, I was still saying, yeah, I'm gonna play in the Prem though. And it's just little comments like this.
Right.
Like I've always been so confident. But I just manifested it and I just believed in myself and I just did everything I can and to get there, and my family really supported me and they believed in me, and I went out my way to my parents actually set me up to go to UK football trials, and that's where it all started from there. And it was just amazing because I could talk about an hour about the whole journey, but the two things was discipline and consistency that got me there, man. Discipline and consistency. Without those two things, man, you just can't do it.
You mentioned your parents there, obviously
Yeah.
huge sporting background. Your dad, Patrick, basketball, coaching.
Yeah.
Your mum, Kristian, ran track, different things. How
Yeah.
important was it for those two to set those kind of foundations for you to understand what it's like to become like a high-level athlete?
Yeah, they have experience, and my dad is one of those guys who are simply like, like athlete freaks, and like they know about it. I will be like that to my son,
Right.
my daughter, doesn't matter. It's just who we are. So it was great to have him there, and he's always on me. Even if I have a good game, he'll always be on me. But it's kind of who I am anyways. You have to be on yourself. I always expect more from myself, and I always see I'm gonna wake up tomorrow morning and say to myself, what can I do better today? Right. Or like what did I do better than yesterday? That's how I live. So yeah.
Yeah, and you scored in the Premier League at Goodison. You get your
Oh,
first
yeah.
start. That was, and
Yeah.
it must have been a moment
Yeah.
for you to. But I get the sense though that was something that you would just move on from pretty quickly. No, you don't get the
Yeah.
sense that you're somebody that's going to live on that.
Yeah, no. When that happened, I knew I was gonna score. Like I literally said it to everyone that knew I was starting. I was like, just give me one chance, give me one opportunity, give me the ball in front of the net, and I'm gonna score. And I scored. And after the game, I wasn't focused on all the glamorous things that comes with it and the show, and I was just focused on the next training session, bro. Like, just focused on the next task and focused on the next job. And that's just how I live by day. It's just who I am. I just live by, I'm only focused on Mexico, you know, and smacking them and winning. Yeah.
And hopefully playing a part, no?
Exactly. Get some silverware for the country, and because we haven't done that in a while, and I really believe that we can. You know, it will be amazing for these group of guys to win their first piece of silverware as well for this country, especially for them because they've been on the journey longer than me. But imagine for me, that would be crazy, you know,
sure.
to come in and then contribute to winning and getting some silverware for your country.
But they were once where you were too.
Exactly.
And you might be sitting here in a World Cup in a year going, there's a couple of players that I was once that player too. Have you allowed yourself to think about playing in a home World Cup?
Yeah, I mean, I know it's there for me. I know there's an opportunity to, you know, go and play in a World Cup, but I promise you I don't think about that. You know, I think about my club, and I need to do my work first, and I need to impress every week before to get there. Nothing is given. You know, I need to earn that, first of all. I need to earn that, and I will. I know I will.
You mentioned about earning it. Honestly, right now, Jonathan David and Kyle Larin have been excellent for this team for a long time. What do you do differently, if anything, from them, and what are you hoping to help complement with them? What do Canadians have not seen you play? What do you kind of bring?
It's very versatile. You see, Fonzie plays in Bundesliga, Jonathan in France, League One, and me in the Premier League. All three different styles of play. So naturally, we all play different from one another, and it's nothing but good. You know, I'm more of a number 9 who likes to work hard and run in behind and be a menace to defenders, you know, and be annoying. So one thing I will say, you'll see me work hard and give it my all. That's a given. So I'm excited.
And try and score some goals. No, that's
Exactly.
the feeling you chase, isn't it?
Give me an opportunity. I need to put it away, and I'll just be happy. If I don't, get on with it. Don't cry about it. Otherwise, you'll have a bad game and carry on. Yeah.
Great attitude to have. Yeah, well, enjoy it. Thanks again for this.
Thank you,
Appreciate
man.
it. Congratulations on the call-up.
Yes, legend.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, man.